Now, everyone always talk about the most impressive micro four thirds lenses, the long ultra telephoto lenses for wildlife, the pro large aperture zoom lenses, the quirky ones, the headline grabbing ones. But I think this simple, unassuming, plain looking lens is the hidden gem of micro four thirds. Hey friends, Gary here. I'm a big fan of micro four thirds camera system, and today I want to share my thoughts and experience of using the Panasonic Lumix 35 to 100mm f4 to f5.6, which I think is the hidden gem of micro four thirds lenses. But before I start talking about the lens, how about I show you some of my best shots captured with this lens instead, so I let the pictures do the talking. I hope you enjoyed these photos that I shared to you, and hopefully they can help you to understand a little bit better about the kind of photos that you can capture using the Panasonic Lumix 35 to 100mm f4 to f5.6. But a little bit of a story why I bought this lens. So yeah, I purchased this lens about 10 years ago, probably 2015 or 2016. At that time, I understand that this is basically equivalent to the 70 to 200mm lens in full frame terms, but in a compact form factor. So that was very interesting. Also, I thought that this was a supplemental lens for the kit lens of Panasonic Lumix micro four thirds cameras, which is the 12 to 32mm f3.5 to f5.6, because both looks very similar. Both looks plasticky. The build quality is not fantastic, but not bad at all. So yeah, in my mind at that time, I want to purchase that lens. I'm going to keep it. I don't really have to use it, but I just want to add it into my collection. It's not really that expensive. But man, oh man, I was wrong. So many years later, it becomes an integral part of my micro four thirds setup because it offers some benefits that some other lenses, even in other formats, cannot deliver. First benefit is that this lens is small and light, and that is the most obvious benefit of this guy. Again, this is equivalent to 70 to 200mm in full frame terms, and even 70 to 200mm f4 lenses in full frame, they are big and heavy. So yeah, it's been taken for granted, especially nowadays. Micro four thirds is no longer micro, it is now macro four thirds. Everything gets bigger, heavier, chunkier. So this is still small and light. It weighs almost nothing, and it's very easy to pack into almost any kind of bag. Now, because this lens is small and lightweight, you tend to bring it even if you don't need it, and you just pack it into your camera bag, go out and start shooting while having this lens ready at all times. And I think that is a great benefit, because suddenly when you see the opportunity to capture a medium telephoto picture, this lens will be ready. And when you put it on your camera and start taking photos with it, bam, you'll be able to capture what you really need, and maybe that could be a keeper shot. And that's where a lens like this that is small and lightweight really shines. And I just want to emphasize again that this isn't easily possible in other formats. There aren't that many lenses that are like this that can provide medium telephoto focal lengths in a very small and compact form factor, not just in micro four thirds, but not really in APS-C and also full frame, and that's why I call this lens a hidden gem, truly an underrated micro four thirds lens. Another great benefit of the 35-100 is that it is affordable. As we all know, micro four thirds nowadays is trying to market itself as a luxury camera format catered more towards high-end market for people who treat cameras as luxury items, and that makes everything become expensive. That makes the cameras become more expensive, the lenses also more expensive. However, this 35-100 isn't expensive because it isn't from the current micro four thirds era. I got mine at that time when I purchased it for about US $300 or $400. I cannot remember exactly, but I can remember that I never regret purchasing this lens. I remember that I never regret the price of this lens, and I remember that I never try to justify my purchase of this lens. I think because it is affordable, even though I don't use it that much back then, it is okay because it doesn't cost me a lot, and this comes from the golden era of micro four thirds period in my opinion, because at that time micro four thirds was still searching for its soul, what it wanna do, but it does it differently than now, because nowadays it's trying to be a pro level gear, but back then it was more for enthusiasts trying to solve problems that enthusiasts have, and the directions of the cameras and lenses being produced at that time I think was really interesting. We come up with lenses like this that really resonates a lot with people like me, and hopefully you also. Another great benefit of the 35-100 is excellent image quality. I really love the photos captured using with this lens, and hopefully after you saw some of the photos that I already shared in the beginning of the video, you'll agree with me. And it might not be a pro lens, but I can definitely say that it could produce pro result for sure. As you can see in the beginning of the video with the photos that I share, the images are sharp, contrasty, detailed, colors do look nice, everything looks balanced. I never doubt this lens when it comes to image quality, and I'm happy to use this lens for mission critical photography, especially for distant landscape when I want that compression, and just for any kind of medium telephoto needs in general. Now the goal of this video is just to share my thoughts, opinions and experience of this lens, and I'm not trying to sell you this lens. I'm not affiliated with anyone, but hopefully this can open your minds a little bit, you know, and also better understand about the 35-100 because I think this comes from the golden era of micro four thirds, the period where the innovations is geared more toward enthusiasts rather than trying to be a pro gear or a luxury product as well. And I kind of miss that day, just to be honest with you guys. And with all of the recent launch of the Panasonic Lumix L10 and maybe some upcoming new micro four thirds products in the horizon, I just hope that micro four thirds can at least get back in this direction again, this enthusiast driven innovation rather than again trying to market as a pro product or a luxury product. Nothing wrong with being a pro or luxury product, of course, but you know, the enthusiast people right here like me and you, we are hoping for something that is cost efficient but packs a lot of punch and gets back into the original philosophy of micro four thirds, which is perfectly embodied in this lens, being a small, lightweight, easy to carry around, budget friendly, but can produce excellent image quality. That was the original micro four thirds philosophy that we all miss, and hopefully the manufacturers, Panasonic Lumix and OM system, will listen and create something that aligns more with this direction. But anyway, enough about me. I hope that this video has been interesting, entertaining, and fun. But now is your turn in this conversation. Please share down below what is your hidden gem micro four thirds lens, the lens that really resonates with you and you think that if people use this lens, they'll understand the benefits of using micro four thirds or any other camera formats, whatever you have. Please share down below. I always love to read your comments. I always love to hear from you and learn from you. Even though I'm slow to respond to your comments, I apologize for that. I'm always happy to read and learn from you. Again, that's all for today's video. Hopefully this has been interesting, entertaining, fun, and inspiring. And also don't forget to support my channel by liking this video, sharing this video, subscribing to my channel down below. If you want to support my channel even further, which I will deeply appreciate, you can join my Patreon membership. You can check out my latest travel photography video course called Simplifying Travel Photography. You can use the affiliate links down below or use the super thanks button to make a small donation to my channel. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.